Hello! I'm Freddy Fazbear, and welcome to Fredbear's Family Diner. Enjoy games, food, family fun, and more. Come on down for a grand reopening on day 11. Here at Fredbear's, our aim is to entertain. Enjoy our handmade pizzas with dough kneaded in-house, using only the very freshest of ingredients. Here, the only limits to the types of toppings on your pizza is your imagination. Want a pizza with chocolate chips and whipped cream? You can have one. Or, if you'd like to drop all pretenses, we also offer dessert items such as cupcakes and birthday cakes. While you enjoy your food, you'll be treated to a performance by our in-house band, Fredbear, the Yellow Singer Bear, and his best friend Spring Bonnie, the guitarist. All this and more awaits you at Fredbear's Family Diner, located at Hurricane, Utah, USA. Come on down and let the fun begin, or call us at 188-FAZ-FAZBEAR. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage, death, or dismemberment.
Welcome to your summer job at Fredbear's Family Diner, a place for family fun and relax. My name is Karen Upton, and I will help you to start your career easy. Now I'll tell you all the important information that we have to tell to all new employees of this place. Pizzeria Fredbear's Family Diner, first known as Papa's Diner, currently belongs to Fazbear Entertainment, the company that already has not just one pizzeria in our country. In the past, this pizzeria completely belonged to Mr. Henry, the man who designed displays and mascots. Before Fazbear Entertainment bought this place, the mascots were a brown bear, Baba, and a big pork batch, and the pizzeria was named in their honor. Shortly after Fazbear Entertainment bought the pizzeria, previous animatronics were sold to another little company, and they changed and renovated this place. New animatronics have been added here. Fredbear, the Golden Bear singer, and his best friend, Spring Bonnie, the guitarist, who were designed by Mr. Harry and Mr. Upton. These models have acquired new functions, such as turning and walking towards the sound they hear, and the function of the suit. Now, inside the mascot can stay a person, which facilitates exploitation. But I warn you, these models are still prototypes. They can be dangerous. I think you are already aware of the incident occurred to 2 employees because of the costumes, and now they're both in a hospital bed. Well, those costumes are so highly dangerous that they can cause significant damage to you, especially if they're wet. Be a big risk that the spring locks can break. After the incident, the pizzeria was closed for a short repair. We have replaced the classic models with new and safer models. They are not very different from the precedent costumes. Those classics have been put in the secure room, which you do not need to know right now. Our old night guard, Frank, has disappeared without a trace. Honestly, we do not know where he is. Recently, he stayed in the animatronics vault in the night and got into his office trying to attack him. We do not know exactly what causes them to walk in the night, but after renovation we built the mechanical doors, so in case the animatronics will try to get into your office, you have the possibility to stop them. But even now there are some problems with the heat generator for the mechanical doors, and eventually the generator can go off and you will stay in the dark until 6 a.m. We have inserted a sensor in the monitor and you can see how much you are heating up the generator. If the icon starts blinking, it means that the generator will switch off momentarily, so we advise you to use the doors only when it is extremely necessary. Well, for today it's all. I think you'll be able to spend this night without problems. In case of success, I will call you tomorrow and continue to help you build your career for becoming an employee of Fazbear Entertainment. Good night. I hope to see you tomorrow on the spot.
Hello. My name is Eddie Lin. I'm a voice actress from a game developing team called the Madman Studios. I'm here to read the text left by the main developer of Bloody Nights at Freddy's, a well-known FNAF fan game that was made back in 2018. Let's call this a developer call, since I am speaking directly with you. Starting from now, I will read different quotes as if it was the developer speaking. Thank you. Quote: I just wanted to explain what really happened behind everything that this game involved at the time, starting with what it really was. Bloody Nights at Freddy's had only a demo version, and it was already pretty much a successful game at the time. I uploaded it on GameJolt so people could try how it was again. Then this, what you are playing right now, is a newer, playable demo version that should have been released long ago, but the team broke up. I would say that the reason was that we were not ready to take on such a big project. We weren't good enough to build it well. We had many ideas, but the main thing was to try to make something like a canon fan game. A game that should have been somehow related to the original FNAF timeline, but at some point, Scott Cawthon started to release more and more games, and everything changed a lot. We were starting to decide to remake some of the things, or even the whole game. But after spending years on it, most of the team lost interest. People started to do other things, and at the time, I was mad at them. And now, I want to apologize. I just always wanted to create a video game, and once I had an opportunity, it got lost because of me. I was too angry because people started getting distracted. The situation behind the developing was too irritating. We were starting to disagree and fight over literally nothing. We were losing time, and everyone was under a lot of pressure, and in the end, we left it. Everyone had to quit and start something on their own, something different. I was too upset, but the saddest thing was that I had to say to all the people who were waiting for the game that we canceled the production. It was a really rough time, and I still think that it was all my fault. I'm sorry for what happened. The game, as it was, had real potential. We even had some YouTubers as voice actors, like Vapor the Gamer, which I think you already heard at the start of this demo. Yes, he was voicing the TV ad, and personally I think it was really great. Then we had Zalzar, who had to voice Fredbear 2.0, and I don't remember, but I think I had some recorded lines from him, but I think they're lost now. We had other voice actors for other robots, but as it happened, we couldn't build the game, and we failed. After this disaster, I wanted to release at least something, but it never happened. I personally can't code, and the game was too broken. Now, we fixed what we could to make it a playable and beatable game. The main coding problem was AI, specifically one, Spring Bonnie 2.0, which had a randomization function. Basically, you should run in one of the halls, just like Foxy from FNAF 1, but with a little bit more randomization. The robot chose one of the two halls, and the player could have predicted which by looking at the mini Spring Bonnie figure on the table. The figure looked at the door where Spring Bonnie 2.0 should have ran towards you, and you should have had to close the door when you were watching the animatronic run on one of the video cameras. Ugh, it was hell. We tried many times to make it work, but we always failed. Then, besides that, we had 2 new other characters. Altogether, there were 5, plus another secret 3 that should have appeared on cameras as secret screens. Combining them all, the result was that it was very broken. It was completely my fault. I think because I was the one who designed the paths and the whole place. It just wasn't possible to make them work correctly. Now, I just realized how stupid I was at the time. Now I know much, much better how to create games, and the experience with Bloody Nights, I would say, wasn't for nothing. I learned a lot, and now I know how to prevent the same mistakes from happening. Other than that, I know how wrong the game was because it wasn't following the formula of a good, scary FNAF game. and if I would ever get a new opportunity to make a new one, it would be much, much better. I mean, as my project. I never was thinking to make a competition game between fan-mades, but all I wanted was to create something great and maybe unique. It didn't work out so great, I know, but watching people play it and read their comments was amazing. I want to say thanks to all the people who have supported us all this time. It was really kind of you. End quote. And the next night there will be another call that I will read. Thanks for listening. See you later. Hello, hello! It's Eddie Lynn. I am here to continue to read the text that the main developer has left for you. Quote, "How are you? I hope you're well. I won't talk so much today, just wanted to say a few other things about the game and what the director's cut folder contains. Do you remember the phone girl from the first night? It was a really nice idea to involve a female touch on calls, and I'm glad we did. Besides, as far as I remember, we were the first to have a female voice on calls. You know who it was? In real life, it was my best friend's mother, who also helped with the text, because my English is pretty terrible. Then what about the plot of the game? The woman in the phone calls should have been William Afton's wife, who worked here for some reason. And the game should have talked about some nights before the famous party of the FNAF 4 minigame. Because if you look closely, it's the exact same place, especially at the entrance. Yeah, the whole concept was pretty good, but it was never fully realized. Also, yes, what about the generator heating? After the first demo, which had limited electricity just like FNAF 1, I was thinking that it wasn't that good, wasn't that original, and people weren't able to watch the cameras for long periods of time. Now, in this demo, you can do it as long as you wish. The generator is affected only by using lights and the doors. And I think it was a great idea, and it could have worked if not for the AI problems. I hope you're still keeping it watching the robots, because this night, they are way more active than the previous one. Oh yeah, now I think you've noticed Spring Bonnie 2.0 in the parts and services room. Yeah, that yellow bastard had to leave that place and run towards you. Don't worry, he's inactive now. At least I think. Once you're done with this night, visit the extras in the main menu. There's a cute minigame that was one of my greatest ideas. I think you'll like it. But don't expect to beat it too easily. Even I can't do that. Also, thanks to our coder and 8-bit artist for making it. I really still love how it looks today. Then, in extras, there will be jump scares and some other good content that you'll find interesting. You can also check the other content in the folder. There we put all the previous teasers from the old deleted Game Jolt page, plus cut content, unreleased renders, and characters. All the information about developing is in there. We hope you'll like it. End quote. Thanks for downloading Bloody Nights at Freddy's Director's Cut. It was a pleasure. This was Eddie Lynn. We hope to see you again sometime soon. Bye! I would say that the reason was that we were not ready to take on such a big project. We weren't good enough to build it well. We had many ideas, but the main thing was to try to make something like a canon fan game.